Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a weekly reading focusing on the energy surrounding us during the week of November 12th through the 18th, 2018. For the reading, I'm using the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid, and I've pulled one additional oracle card from the Soul's Journey deck by James van Praagh. As I like to remind you, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to get a private reading with me. If you're interested, everything you need to know can be found in the description box below this video. All right, so let's get started. Actually, this card, when I was shuffling, it came flying out. So this was the first card, and it really wanted to come out. So we have in the past position the 10 of fire. And this would be the 10 of wands, followed by the 2 of earth, or the 2 of pentacles, and outbound energy, major arcana number 20, call. This is judgment. And from the bottom of the deck, we have major arcana number 7, the chariot. And from the oracle deck, we have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And we have these beautiful, looks like very autumn-like colors, right? Lots of reds and oranges and browns mixed in with beautiful blues and all different shades of blue here. So success. We'll take a look at the meaning for this card. Obviously, it's a positive card, but we'll get it more into that after we go through the main spread. So starting off with the 10 of fire, which, you know, like I said, it jumped out. The suit of fire is, it deals with the things that we are trying to manifest here in the material realm, but it's about turning our ideas into action, right? That's really what the suit of fire has to do with. The suit of air is, the suit where we come up with our ideas. We have all of these wonderful ideas that we would like to put into, action and act on. And then the suit of wands or fire, it's very dynamic, right? It's very exciting. And so the suit of fire comes in to really turn our intentions into action. So it's a very transformative suit, very creative suit, has to do with, new things, new projects, definitely could have to do with our work, right? The work that we do, business endeavors, creative endeavors, projects. And then it's also our own ambition and drive and passion and excitement for the things that we do, right? If this is more to do with a relationship, it can be, fire within the context of a relationship is really like the excitement, all of the passion and excitement that we have for that relationship or that person, right? So it's very dynamic energy. Tens in the tarot are endings, okay? So, and the 10 of fire or 10 of wands, I really enjoy the way that this particular deck portrays it, because usually, like if you think of the traditional tarot deck, it has somebody who is very overloaded, right? Just really burdened, carrying 10 wands on their back or carrying them in some way, and feeling very overwhelmed, as though they've been working too hard. They've been taking on more than they can really deal with, or they should deal with. So sometimes it's like that workaholic card where you've been just putting in too many hours or taking on more than your fair share, and then feeling very tired. It's that type of exhausted energy almost. But tens are ending. So, we know that after the 10 of fire or 10 of wands, we drop all of the wands and we, go back to the ace. We go back to a brand new beginning. So that's usually, the way that I look at tens in the tarot. It's like, for whatever you have done, this is sort of the culmination now. And then, it goes back to a new beginning. This particular deck, let me show you the card again. The way that, it is called the Good Tarot. And so a lot of the interpretations for the cards, they are very positive, right? There are no reversals in this particular deck. And so we see the woman here, she's burning. She actually has all of these pieces of paper, right, encircling her, and she's setting fire to them. And so it's about burning away or releasing the excess here. If you have taken on too many things, too many burdens, it's about decluttering. It's about releasing. You know, it's about saying goodbye to those things that no longer, you know, that don't belong in your life anymore, right? And by burning all of these things, by releasing, that, you know, she's giving way to these new beginnings that are coming in. I might have mentioned this before in my readings when this Ten of Fire comes out from this deck. A lot of times, you know, I've actually done it, but I've also read that, you know, by releasing, you know, some of the sort of the rituals that you can do as far as releasing just energies, you know, past relationships or any type of situation, it's good to, you know, write all of that down on a piece of paper and then actually set fire to it and, you know, allow it to go back out into the universe. So it is that type of release, but in order to give way, right? Give way to new things. What follows it is this Two of Earth, which is a card of balance. You can see that the woman on the card, she is juggling two coins. And so again, a lot of times when the Two of Earth comes out, it speaks of, you know, juggling different areas of your life. This can be if, you know, maybe you have been putting in too many hours at work and, you know, you have not had enough time for yourself, for your relationships, for your family, right? So it's trying to juggle all of the different areas in your life. Sometimes the Two of Earth comes out when there's an actual juggling, you know, of your finances, since we're dealing with Earth energy. And Earth energy, it has to do with the work that we do, our resources, the money that we earn. It can have to do with our, you know, financial prosperity, family, home. So, you know, sometimes this is juggling, you know, actually juggling your finances. So not paying one bill, paying another one that's more important, you know, but really managing to keep all of those things, you know, up in the air. And again, the suit of Pentacles, it's the very, you know, it's Earth energy. So it's very grounded, you know, it's actually seeing results here in the material realm, right? It's the suit of how we manifest things here in the material realm. So, you know, there could be, for some of you, you know, after this release, allowing for this new beginning, there could be, you know, this juggling or trying to kind of get things into balance here. But it's also a card that speaks of the need to adapt, right? Kind of go with the flow. If something else, you know, does come in a little bit unexpected, if somebody were to throw an extra pentacles here in the mix, then, you know, having or being willing and able to adapt, to you know, to go with the flow is one of the main messages of the Two of Pentacles or Two of Earth. And it can also have to do, you know, twos can be decisions as well. This could be a decision related to a job or your career or how, you know, how you make money. And it does come after this particular ending. So for some of you, that could be a walking away, you know, a releasing of one, you know, maybe a job that you've done for a while. And now there's this choice that has to be made. And then we have another significant choice card, but also you know, one that speaks of endings and new beginnings, with the Judgment card coming in as the outbound energy. And we actually, you know, out of the 4 cards, 2 or half of the reading, we have major arcana. So very powerful cards to have in a weekly spread. So for many of us, you know, this could be quite a decisive week as far as decision making goes. This could be a decisive week as far as endings and new beginnings. And, you know, this Call card, yes, it does speak of, you know, judgment. So possibly having to make or needing to make a particularly difficult judgment call, right? A decision. But it's one that could very likely affect, you know, your life from here on out. And it's about Also your true calling, your true purpose. It's that idea as well, being called to do something that is really in line or more in line with your life purpose, right? With your, so this soul calling here, and it's about moving forward, but with purpose. Knowing that you are moving into a brand new phase in your life, one that, where you're going to be able to really be that authentic version of yourself, to have a more authentic relationship with yourself, with others, right? Know that there is this, this divine calling. There is this divine plan or blueprint. And the card that, that is over the entire week, the Chariot card, this is a card of success, right? The Chariot it can speak of movement. It's a card of forward movement, forward momentum, right? It's also a card of you being in the driver's seat. Look at the woman here. She's holding the reins very loosely here, but even so, she is sitting in the driver's seat. She is able to control these opposing energies here, the light and dark energies, of the light and the dark horse. So she's finding the balance here, right? We were looking for balance. This is, it's her in control. It's finding the balance between sort of the masculine and the feminine energies, right? The yin and yang energies. It's bringing them both together and having victory. So, it does speak of a victory, but after obstacles, right? Victory after maybe hard times or difficult situations. And the Ten of Fire here, it can be difficult situations. This is hard to get through. This is sort of slogging through until the end. So it's not a victory out of nowhere. This is a victory that comes after obstacles that have been faced here. But now there's growth, and everything that you have been through, it was for your personal growth. It was for, the better. And now you are in a position, where you're in the driver's seat, you are heading towards your life's purpose, and you feel there is, balance regained here. I feel with the Chariot card, this Two of Earth, there is balance. You're restoring balance to your life, and you're just moving forward very fearlessly, just trusting, that you are heading in the direction where, you need to go. And with the Success card as the overall energy, let me find my guidebook here and read the full meaning for the Success card. This one says, success can mean many things to the ego self, but the soul only knows one triumph, and that is to love. When your soul is no longer manifested in the physical dimension, it is a time of reflection on how successful it was with that endeavor. The soul doesn't care how big your house was, or how nice your car was, or how many bank accounts you had. The soul only cares about how you expressed love and compassion. In the infinite wisdom of the universe, the more love you demonstrate, the more you will receive. And even your ego's definition of success is altered. Your notion of how you would be perceived as successful will change. The material things that you thought would make you happy will not have the same appeal. Which is interesting because, there's success, but going back here to this call card, the Judgment card, there's success, but through, you listening to this calling, you heeding, right? This new, also this new beginning. The Judgment card is also about a fresh start, new beginnings, which does, coming after the Ten of Fire, it does speak of, releasing things from the past, which we had, coming through with the Ten of Fire, and then being, sort of stepping into this more authentic version of yourself, these new opportunities that are coming in, this fresh new start. You need to release any type of, doubt or bad feelings from the past, or, any kind of negative feelings that you might be harboring, in order to move forward, in order to step into this new phase of your life. And it's definitely one that is very in line with, where you need to go, the next phase on your journey, on your spiritual path. And then you in control. The Chariot card, like I also was saying, it's forward movement. So there could be, for some of you, movement. This new beginning might have to do with moving house, changing job, moving, across, sort of traveling across land. So moving from where you live to a different city, a different state. It's usually movement across land with the Chariot card, but it's, forward momentum. There's forward movement here. And once this Chariot, kind of gets going, it's very unstoppable energy. So very exciting, very powerful. I do hope that these messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. Look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful week. Bye for now.